It's the Morning Market Minute, UPBOptionMillionaires.com, Monday, June 15, 2015. S&P 500 futures down over 0.5%, breaking through that trend line support I was talking about last week. We bolted higher off of it, but now below it, looking pretty bearish to start this trading week. Let's look at some individual names. Biotech, to me, looks bearish. We'll start with Twitter. Twitter was up after the bell on Friday, gave up most of those gains. My goodness, it was over $40. You can't even see it here. It doesn't have the after-hours action. But we even opened higher Friday, pulled all the way back into negative territory. Before closing, just a hair in the positive territory for Twitter if you look at the chart. We might be nearing a bottom here, and the new CEO could be something that will spark a rally back over $40 a share. Biotech, a megaphone topping pattern forming here. This is the one-year daily chart, looking like it's going to pull back down to the 320 level. We'll see if that does indeed happen. Might get some put contracts because I think it's going to be a swift decline. You can see each of the pullbacks here from the long-term trendline resistance going back to earlier this year has resulted in some drastic, nasty candles, red candles. And if we see a nice red candle, we're going to get down to 320 pretty swiftly there. Also, look at the bond market. Continues to gyrate. This morning's actually higher over the 119 figure. We see we closed at 117.95, working its way off its lows, but still looks terribly bearish. And these are trend lines I drew out many, many eons ago. Came back up to it, gave it a kiss, and said goodbye. So we have a bounce here. I don't see TLT coming back to 122. I think maybe 120 before it resumes its descent. All right, it's the Morning Market Minute. We're a little over that. I'll see you in the chat room at OptionMillionaires.com. One more chart to look at. I talked about this a couple weeks ago, and there's an analyst out this morning talking about lowering its numbers for Intel, and you could also trade this. Hewlett-Packard's got a similar type of topping pattern here. This head and shoulders pattern is coming even more and more visible here as the stock declines. I was talking about it here. As a right shoulder, it's been a really nice trade, and I traded actually for a bounce last week. We got that bounce, got out, looking for a move to under $30. All right, UPB, I'll see you in the chat room. Have a great start to the week. Goodbye.